What are the biggest mistakes people make at home with self-lymphatic drainage? I think probably trends is the biggest mistake. Seeing something, all these supplements, all these different things, and say, oh, that might be good for me, I think there's this thing of self-diagnosing that can be quite dangerous. I understand that there's a plethora and an enormous amount of amazing information online. But really, first thing, if you are doing drainage at home, it's usually because something's going on and you're trying to help yourself, which is beautiful. Please accompany that with, finding professional support. I believe naturopathic doctors are one of the best people who can help people with lymphatic disorders or issues, because they understand the blood work. They understand the balance of the blood and the fluid and all the organs and all the imbalances, and essentially they're helping you get in balance. And that's what a healthy lymphatic system is, a balanced lymphatic system, which is a balanced body. So when we get into trouble at home is when we overuse, especially these pieces of equipment with batteries, anything with a battery that is, you're putting, let's say, for example, I don't want to use any names of any tools because I do have certain ones I really don't like, but I don't want to, I would just say like things that you're scraping on your body, you're blasting on your body, and you're being told to do a prescription every day, and that person has never met you and does not know your body. I don't feel that's the healthiest thing for someone. You can cause injury to fascia and to lymphatic vessels if you use very hard tools in the wrong place in your body. You can actually cause more fluid issues. So it's always important to go to things that are safe. So anything that I recommend for my client as self-care is a skin brush, castor oil, mineral bathing, a healthy diet, generally just getting rid of processed food. Tools that I find that are very safe are like the little either the wooden scrapers or like any of the stone scrapers are really supportive and safe. They've been used for a long time. But then if you take that and you scrape it along a soft tissue area where you have lymph nodes, or you're digging it into areas you shouldn't be digging it, you can be causing more injury. So I just encourage you to at least find a lymph therapist or even a massage therapist in your area and get educated about, using that stuff on your body. Also, if you have a healthy body and you're exercising, which I think is way more important than scraping our body, because when we exercise, we actually open fascia, and we can get rid of scar tissue by stretching. That's going to do more for you, way more for you, because you're actually opening up the whole pathway of the scar tissue, versus scraping like sort of the problem, but not treating the problem. So I would say it's better for your therapist to use those things on you and for you to get educated about it. Learn how to do self-care at home safely by working with your therapist would be my suggestion. But yeah, those are some of the mistakes that I see. And it's not wrong. It's just you're trying to help yourself and you just don't have the knowledge. So it's not a judgment.
So
yeah.
Do we have one other question?
I think we have one more, which is...
I know you wanted to do the GLP-1.
Yeah. Okay. What would be the one thing I would... what would be the one thing I would change in my life every day to live a more lymphatic lifestyle? Well, every day, absolutely, quality of water is step one critical, because we are fluid. So drinking quality of water, high water content foods, fruits, vegetables is really good for the lymphatic system. Really having good, healthy thoughts is good for the lymphatic system because it puts us more in rest and restore. Movement in some shape or form every day, specifically swimming, is very good for us. And then using light, stretchy bands to do stretching every day is exceptionally helpful for the lymphatic system. Passive stretching, active stretching. So generally just moving every day, having a generally unprocessed diet, and also eating your food at good times of the day which is earlier in the day when our body is designed to be working on processing food. Eating late at night is a time when our body is focusing on process and elimination and detoxification. So generally that's a time we don't want to be putting really heavy foods in our body because our body is actually trying to detox, and now we're giving it more work to do, which is why sometimes we don't sleep well. Sleeping well at night. So being able to have a good night's sleep is really important. And if you're having a hard time getting to sleep, seeking out professional help to find out if, maybe there's something going on with your hormones, or again, referring to your professional doctor. And I always emphasize naturopathic doctors. It's not that more traditional doctors are wrong, but a naturopathic doctor is going to look at you holistically and give you much more healthier options with proper nutrition and diet that is based on your blood work, which is where all of the lymphatics is.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Okay,
something
so I
like
think
that.
The last one was the GLP, right?
Yeah, the GLP. Okay. Let me see. Okay, I'll just kind of go with what I always tell my clients. Okay, why is lymphatic drainage so critical when you're doing GLP-1s, either for a wellness purpose or for weight loss? GLP-1s, lymphatic drainage can help a lot because it helps with keeping the tone in your body. It helps a lot with balancing the fluids in your body. When you're on GLP-1s, people are tending to eat less, and so that affects our muscles. And so as a massage therapist, as a lymphatic drainage therapist, it can help to keep the muscles healthy by massaging the muscles and keeping the blood flow through the muscles. Also, lymphatic drainage helps with, again, all the medication or the GLP that you're taking does have to process through the lymphatic system and the blood flow. So it helps to deal with processing the waste that comes from the GLP-1s or any medication. And so by getting the lymphatic drainage massage, it helps your body process and eliminate any of the waste that's coming from that product.
Okay.
Just really simple.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm toasted. Okay.